more cubic capacity, more power, more torque, and 21 kgs lighter than the model it replaces. This is the Kawasaki Z900. And as I suck at math, allow me to crunch these numbers like this.
This feels nothing like the Z800. It is better in every possible way. Because with 21 less kgs holding it back and a boosted cubic capacity which is just 95 shy of the Z1000, the Z900 is a whole different animal altogether. You have an extra 15.6 Newton meters of torque, which is perfectly matched to the shorter gear ratios, which is enough to hoist the front wheel in the air in the first 3 gears. The Z900 also makes 12 PS more at the top, which sees it full like a freight train, from as low as 3000 RPM all the way to its 11,500 red line. And because it is lighter, it changes directions in a flash. It is so much easier now to turn it from one side onto the other. Because it is lighter, also under braking, the weight transfer is a whole lot smoother, unlike the Z800.
Going light is definitely the way to go. And a big chunk of the weight saving is down to the new chassis. This trellis frame, which we first saw on the Kawasaki H2, well, this one's similar. It weighs all of just 13.5 kgs, a far cry from the heavy-duty steel pipes on the Z800. And you also have the aluminium swing arm and the lighter alloys to help you save some more weight. And with the weight under check, Kawasaki then focuses attention on improving some other bits which would make the Z900 a better urban weapon. Like the seat height. You're now sitting a good 39 mm lower than the Z800, which means that even if you're as short as Danny Pedrosa, there's a good chance that both your feet are still firmly on the ground. And also, moving the bike around in the parking lot will no longer be a chore like the Z800. Also, because you are sitting lower and the foot pegs are now a little more front set, there is not as much pressure on your wrists. And that's also down to the redesigned tank, because now you can grip it a lot better because it's a lot narrower here. Unlike the tank on the Z800, which spread your legs so far apart, you very well just could be giving birth. And then once you start rolling, you really admire the lightness of the slip and assist clutch. It's an absolute boon in the city. But that's before the engine steals the limelight. The engine on the Z800 was already fantastic to start with, and this one is even better because it's as smooth and refined as you expect it to be, but it is also a lot more tractable. You can putter around in the city on the Z900, the 4th gear without any problem, and you also have a dedicated overdrive 6th gear for the highway. Also in terms of vibration, just like on the Z800, they do creep in on the foot pegs at around 7,000 RPM. But to be honest, the rubber mounting and the dampening weights do a decent job of keeping them in check. So is the Z900 head and shoulders better than Kawasaki's highly successful middleweight naked? Well, not quite, because there were some things which the Z800 did better. Like the brakes on the Z800 were a lot more fierce. They had a ferocious bite because of the bigger 310mm twin rotors. Also, the ride quality was slightly better because the overall suspension setup was on the softer side. And lastly, it had 20 mm more ground clearance. So at 130 mm of ground clearance with the Z900, you now run the risk of scraping those beautiful pipes on our monstrous speed breakers. And also, overall styling wise, I still prefer the Z800 because I think there's a lot going on design wise on the Z900, especially with this green and black paint scheme. The grey paint scheme though, with the green trellis frame, now that's a whole different story because I think that looks smashing. Opinions aside, there's no denying the efforts that Kawasaki have taken to ensure that the successor of the Z800 is a worthy one. There's no denying that the Z900 is most definitely a better motorcycle. It's lighter, it's agile, and it has one hell of a motor. It is refined, punchy, and so tractable. You can buy the Z900 for 9 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi, which includes all the crash protection which you'll need and also the taller windscreen. I think that's phenomenal pricing, and that allows the Z900 to lock horns with its really fierce competitor, which is Street Triple 765. I know the Z900 doesn't have any of the electronics which the new Street Triple boasts of, but if you look at the pricing, I think we have quite an epic battle on our hands, a contest that we cannot wait to instigate.